Well, we're nearly there. Nearly at the end.
To be stacked up outside and around that. So because they stopped them in the parking lot instead is what caused the issue. I think it would have been way better for police to be stacked up outside and around that, and then when Stumbo and then the other guy came in, Kevin Norton, I think it would have been better if they had people at the gates checking cars, saying, okay, they're here, watch them. They're in this vehicle, they're heading in this direction, and just have someone watching them, and if they went and grabbed their guns, started putting them in their coat, and started walking to the center, and surround them and arrest them. Simple, right?
Simple. You don't just endanger everyone in the vicinity, waste security's time. It's so simple, you know? Like, just all you gotta do is put their rights above everyone else's rights in the entire tournament, and it makes perfect sense, you know? Just watch them until they do something, you know? Even though they already made threats and there's reason to suspect them, like, shit, it's almost like they were giving them a chance by going to their vehicle and checking for guns, and then if there were no guns, they're going to be like, alright, I guess you were just joking, you know? But then they had guns. But no. We should have waited until they loaded up with guns that we weren't even sure if they had or not, and brought them into the, or started to bring them towards the tournament, or get ready to do that. Yeah. Also, we should apprehend people when we know they're armed, rather than try to get around that. That, good thinking. Genius.
It makes sense. And if they didn't do anything, then they wouldn't have done anything. And that would have put all of this to rest. So,
Proto, they didn't do anything. Whether or not they were going to do something, they didn't get a fucking chance to do it, okay? If they were going to kill people, they prevented it well ahead of time. If they were not going to kill people, they found out that they had illegal weapons in their vehicles based upon threats and pictures posted on the internet. Okay, this is not like these are just random innocent guys or anything, you know? Like, obviously, security had reason to know about them.
Concluding this talk, I just want to talk about the potential, the possibilities, what could have happened, and what didn't happen. Looking at my other video where I was talking about all this information, you can see the hate mob mentality. I mean, it's just serious, man. There's so many people losing their minds about...
Yeah, Proto. People losing their goddamn minds. I would say you're one of them. Not because you're part of the hate mob, but not everyone, I don't know, deserves... that's not what I'm about to say is true. I was going to say not everyone deserves equal representation, which they do, but they represented themselves just fine. People are allowed to have their opinions about people being pieces of shit. Like, I don't know, someone who brings... let me think, for example, some guy who brings guns to a card tournament with a lot of kids there, yeah, that might be somebody who people have issue with, you know, that people fucking might call a scumbag or something, regardless of whether, you know, he was going to shoot people or not. That's people's personal opinions, okay? It's not a hate mob mentality when people have similar opinions.
This in my comment section. They're already dragging these guys through town square. They're lynching them. They don't have a court date. They're already guilty because the way the news has panned the story already. And now again, I'm not defending them at all.
No! Of course not! You're not defending them one bit. You just think they should have the right to be able to openly threaten people over the internet and bring the guns included in those threats to a tournament with hundreds of people. No, but you're not. You are not defending them.
I'm just looking at the facts. These guys have not been through trial yet. These guys have not been convicted yet.
Yep.
They have been accused of a crime and nothing more. And that's it.
Well,
you see some evidence, you see some intent, but nothing's black and white. So
okay, here's the problem here, is Proto is confusing illegal possession of, or possession of illegal firearms, or unlawful possession of firearms, not uttering, but posting threats in social media, which is not necessarily that big a deal. Those things can still be construed as breaking laws, especially when those things are in combination. You know? Like, fine, leave the Facebook out of it, but they were guilty of something, and that was having these guns without a license. Or I believe was what you said, Proto. So saying they weren't charged with any crimes is just not fucking true. Not everyone is saying that they were gonna kill people. I'm not saying they were gonna kill people, but they crossed enough fucking lines. Fuck.
We're going to have to see how the trial plays out, if the trial actually does convict them of a crime or not. Because if you sit here and you accuse people of things, you're no better than those who cry rape, and then it turns out that nobody was raped. No.
Hey, Proto, you know how I said I like you? Go fuck yourself. I'm very much against people who, you know, would accuse someone of false rape, but people who are concerned about the well-being of people at a tournament are not just accusing these fucking people blindly. Even if I was 100% on the side that these people were going to kill people, I would have evidence to support that. Your evidence that they weren't going to do that is that they were some pretty chill guys, and they weren't actually walking towards the fucking entrance with the guns, which they did have, which they said they were going to bring to kill people. Not necessarily mapping it out word for word or anything, but that is just an asshole fucking comparison right there. It's like, oh yeah, this is the same as people accuse people of rape. No, 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 no. Okay, this is not the same fucking thing. It's not like those people who were accused of rape had a bunch of social media page or a Facebook page where they actually said, I'm going to come here at this party at this time and we're going to gang screw her against her will. No, that's not what happened, asshole!